Hey friends, welcome back to Magus of the Frog. Hope you're doing well today. I am going to be doing the traditional standard event today, and we're going to be running back our Rakdos Raid deck. So, a couple of changes, mostly stuff that I wanted to test before bringing this into the ladder. I wanted to test out this card, Slumbering Cerberus. It's a 4/2 that doesn't untap unless something has died this turn, so great in a sacrifice deck. The Vengeful Blood Witch, which drains the opponent as long as this creature or another creature dies. So that's great. And then we're replacing the Nezumi Link Breaker with Forsaken Miner. Great to bring back into the battlefield as long as you've targeted your opponent, which we can do with multiple removal spells and stuff like the Vengeful Blood Witch. And then last but not least, wanted to try out another raid card here, Perforating Artist. This seems pretty sweet. Beginning of your end step, if we attacked, each opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice something or they discard a card. So probably good in this kind of strategy. We'll see. I think we're gonna go for a lower curve this time, so lots of stuff in the 2-drop, and hopefully we can catch some wins here, because I've noticed that when I went to the mid-range version of this, I've noticed that maybe it was too slow, and I don't know if the resiliency of the deck eventually outpaced the opponent, whether they were drawing enough cards or answers by the time the mid game comes around. So focusing a bit more on the early stages of the game. And then for the sideboard, not much of a optimized sideboard here. Just trying out different things, really. Got Lithomantic Barrage for the blue decks, great against Demir. We got a Braid. There's some problematic artifacts starting to pop up. And then Shouldred, great also for decks that draw a lot of cards. So that's going to be good. And then I noticed that this card is quite good in a deck like this. You know, we're already battling them in the board, and it's great to have some hand disruption as well, just to add another layer to the deck. So we've got Dreams of Steel and Oil. There's also the rest that if we really wanted to play that. And then Seeker's Folly. This is great for a lot of decks that also flood the board with -1/-1, but also functions as a discard spell. And then Anoint with Affliction, just more removal, mostly for the red decks, really. So we'll see how we do. I really do want to try this out on the ladder once I find a good set of cards to perform well with, and as well as really decide on whether or not this should be more of a mid-range or a very fast early curve kind of deck. So we'll see. But regardless, thank you guys so much for always tuning in and for all of the engagement and support. I really do appreciate it. It really makes me feel blessed. So drop a like, drop a comment, and if you feel so inclined, a subscription would be great. But nevertheless, just happy that you're here. Alright guys, let's see how this traditional standard event goes. I'll see you round 1. Let's get it. Okay, round 1 here. Lucky us, we are on the play. And this, we don't have any 1-drops, but since we are on the play, I'll keep this. We'll start with Blackleaf Cliffs, and then we can decide whether or not to put Seer Slicer Goblin or the Journal. So they're playing blue-white, so I'll just play a threat for now. If we get to attack with it, it will trigger raid, and Alicia would work. Unless they destroy it now. So something like a Get Lost could get there. Okay, so we can either start the Urbrask Forge and make them decide which one's the better thing to attack. But I think I'll just put Alicia down. Okay. So it was a Soul Partition, and that one exiles, so we won't be getting this back. I think in that case, we'll just resolve the Forge. And I think that's better than our Forge getting Soul Partition. Okay, here comes a Charter Course. Maybe discarding a threat here. Okay, maybe they're looking for one. Alright, so we have a couple of options here. We can double spell and put a 4-2 and a journal into play. We can play your best forward will trigger raid no matter what. And then Sear Slicer Goblin will get us a 1-1. I think I'll go for putting as much power into the board. So I'll do a Slumbering Cerberus and a Tarian's Journal. This way we can also draw from the token that the Forge creates. Okay, so we're passing the turn here. I'm not sure if our opponent has like a 1-mana spell that they were saving there, or just had full control on. Okay, here comes a Picklock Prankster. Still no threat in the graveyard, so we're kind of getting lucky here. They got a recommission back, so they're gonna try and it looks like just put a blocker. So if this is the case, we got a couple of options. We can attack, we get a 2-1, they can block it. And then we can play something like Sear Slicer Goblin. Or the Predator. I think the Predator is probably the better thing because it can exile something from the graveyard if we tap it. Okay, we'll attack here. And then I'll do Immersion Predator. So it depends. If they bring in something like the Oculus, we can use Eaten Alive to take care of it. You could have also sacrificed something to the Predator early to remove their graveyard, but they could easily find something, I think. Okay, so they Manifest Dread. Okay, Infestation Sage, the perfect kind of card that we want here because this is easy fodder for Eaten Alive. Which we'll do right now, we'll sacrifice the Infestation Sage to exile the Abhorrent Oculus, and that's great because it won't go to their graveyard. But it looks like they're able to save it. And because it prevents damage from black and red sources going to their creatures, there's nothing we can do about that. I think what we'll do though is this has to happen. We'll trigger Raid because this guy has to attack. And then we'll play Alicia to get back our Infestation Sage. I think this was the one spell they were holding up that one time when I thought they were playing, they had full control on. Okay, so hoping to draw another removal spell here. Hoping that they don't have another Surge of Salvation. Okay. So they're going to be gumming up the board here. Okay, but Vengeful Blood Witch is the perfect kind of card to use here. So we'll start off with that. And then I think I will attack with the Predator here. Can always sacrifice the Infestation Sage to make it indestructible. Okay, and then I'm okay with these two dying here. So we'll sacrifice this. And then it wasn't a creature, it seems. Okay, there were just 2 lands. And then we can also sacrifice another creature to draw a card here. I think I will. Just one of the tokens. And then we'll play this. And then we'll get back our Infestation Sage. Okay, here comes an Into the Flood Maw. But we at least get the trigger. So every creature that we sacrifice is 1 damage to them. That's something we should be aware of. Okay, here comes another Abhorrent Oculus. But at this point, it's not too bad because our Predator is... what do you call it? Can be a 5/5 now. And then now I think I'll just sacrifice a token to draw a card. We're looking for more removal spells here. Okay, they Manifest Dread. Okay, didn't get a removal spell, but we can at least double spell with Seer Slicer, Goblin, and Alicia. So let's go to the attack step here. And then let's attack with this token and this Predator. Okay, 3 will trample over, and then this one will become... So we're quite close to killing them here. They're at 7. They're at 6. We're gonna play a Seer Slicer Goblin and an Alicia. And then we have enough to deal damage to them, I think. Okay. Let's get back some cards. And then we can sacrifice 6 creatures. Yeah, so we can sacrifice 6 creatures with the Predator. And I'll usually... We could have done that, I think, at the end of our turn, had I just not skipped through it. But in this scenario, we could have also just blocked with our flyers and then do it. So I think we were safe there, but I think the optimal play was to do it end of our turn when they were tapped out. That was pretty much a guaranteed win. Okay, so against them, Anoint with Affliction is good. Shieldred can be good. I think Lithomantic Barrage is exactly what we want against them. And then Dreams of Steel and Oil can be good. I think we'll take it because we can exile cards with this, and it doesn't just stay in their graveyard. And then what would we take out? So I think against them, we saw that the Slumbering Cerberus was easy blocked. So we can take that out. We keep all our 1-drops. We have 5 more to go. I think the Perforating Artist is also good. We didn't get to see it in action though. Okay. Well, if we're going a lot of Dreams of Steel and Oil, Eaten Alive, I think go for the Throat, as weird as it is, to take it out. Because it doesn't have Exile, it's the weaker removal spell here. And then only 2 cards left, but I like all of these cards, so maybe we go just 1 Seer Slicer Goblin and 1 Vengeful Blood Witch to still maintain our strategy here, and then hopefully draw the artist just so I can see how it performs in this matchup. Okay, this one is awkward because there's not much action, so I'm gonna mulligan this. This one's also awkward, but I think I'll keep it because we have Dreams of Steel and Oil into Seer Slicer Goblin, and I'll put back a Predator. Okay, and then hoping to get an untapped land, I guess. Well, there's only 1 card that we can get here. Then it looks like they brought in their temporary lockdown, so let's try not to overextend. But they currently don't have any threats. Okay, so given that, we'll go with the Seer Slicer Goblin just to be more mana efficient. Okay, great that we drew a card there. An untapped land, I mean. Okay, they're going for the tempo game plan, and I think I'll just play Perforating Artist. Or do I double spell? If I double spell, they can temporary lock down it, so I'm less keen on that. Okay, this one's gonna eat a Soul Partition. That's okay, though. So this one's hexproof from black. It's not protection from black. And then I think I will... Let's see. If they have temporary lockdown, it gets rid of this as well. So is it better to do Terran's Journal plus Forsaken Miner? I think so. Okay, so we'll take 3 here. I'm not sure if they're going to temporary lockdown. It doesn't look like it. And then we should be aware that they have Surge of Salvation. They had that last game. Okay, here comes an unsummon. So they just don't want us to trigger raid, it seems. That's okay. I think now we'll do Forsaken Miner. Well, let's see. If they temporary lockdown, that means they get their... Okay. It's tricky. I do want to play the Predator, but only if we have something to sacrifice it to. If I do this, then I can draw a card now. I do want... Let's draw a card. I don't think what we have right now is very good. Okay. We get this. Now we can at least play Perforating Artist next turn. And then we pass. Then here, if they lock down, we'll take 3, but we will lose both our Goblin and our Journal here. That means they're not playing a big threat. Okay, they're not gonna lock down. Maybe they just have a removal spell for the Goblin. Okay, let's see if we can attack. Okay, here comes an Into the Flood Maw. And then do we do the Predator? or the artist? I think we'll do the artist. So still taking 3 here. This has first strike, so it's not very good. Okay, let's see if we get a raid trigger. We do. And then, given that, I think we'll double spell. And then we get a bunch of raid triggers. They discard 2 or sacrifice or lose 3 life. Okay, I think they're gonna temporary lockdown now. So we're gonna lose this half of our permanents, and then we'll have our top end here. And this could be a threat. Yeah, it looks like it's an Oculus. That's okay, we can Eaten Alive something. Okay. Do we Eaten Alive the Restless Vance or the Perforating Artist? Tricky situation here. Not quite sure what to do. If I attack, they'll just block. So, I don't know if that's good. They can probably reanimate this, is what they're thinking. I can also just attack with one of them. No, I think as awkward as it is, I do use the Restless Vents. And then be left with one Perforating Artist. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Okay, I think I need to start developing the board here and playing the Predator. And then I will trigger Raid. It'll trade with this. Oh, this could be a creature here. In that case, should I sacrifice this to kill their Oculus? Okay. Well, we got our miner back, and then they have a choice here. Probably they're gonna take 3. Okay, this removing a temporary lockdown. So this could be another creature, which is why they didn't block. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna exile this by tapping the Predator, which allows us to remove something from the graveyard. Okay. I don't think we'll block here. Let's see. This could be 1, 2, 3. Well, if it was flying, they would just unturn it, right? Okay. I had a feeling it was a creature. Wasn't sure what it is. So we can attack here. This will be for 8. And that means they'll have to discard. Then we'll play the Predator here. In the land, and then pass. Yeah. Okay, we managed to navigate that. It's weird that they pivoted to this Knight of Grace line here. I guess it just sticks better than other cards, but their flyers are the real problem. So I'm not sure if they took out other flyers for it, but well, anyway, I think it worked out. I think we had a very tricky turn when we had the Abhorrent Oculus and when this was still disguised on what to do, but we just went for the safest play, I think. Okay, that was sweet. Round 1 in the bag. I'll see you round 2. Okay, this is round 2, and we've got a great hand here. Quite the curve. So we'll start off with Forsaken Miner, and if we're able to attack with it, we'll go Seer Slicer Goblin. If not, we'll go the Cerberus. Ooh, unfortunately, it looks like our opponent has mulligan twice. Oh, these are cool sleeves. It's animated. Okay. So they mulled to 5. I don't know if they're like an aggressive deck trying to find an explosive start. Or... Okay. I think we'll just go with the Goblin here because we're able to attack. And then just start going wide. Next turn, we can Slumbering Cerberus plus Eaten Alive or just play the Artist. I think the Artist is probably the best bet. Just because it's mana efficient. And oh no, it went... Okay, yeah, this is going to be rough. Our opponent got pretty unlucky here, and we had a really good curve, so we're going to have them discard more. Okay, fell. Yeah, and I think that's game, unfortunately. And they have to discard another card here, and then next turn... Yeah. That was really unfortunate. It was pretty much a non-game. So we don't really know what they're playing, except that they have a black removal spell and a swamp. So it could be mono black, it could be we just haven't seen their second or third color yet. Most likely a second color. So I'm gonna bring in Dreams of Steel and Oil. I think this is just a great card at against unknown matchups, just because we get to see what their hand is. So I'll definitely bring that in, but I don't think I'll take out much. Let's see. If they're playing black removal spell, stuff like the Slumbering Cerberus is not very good. Okay, let's try this. Okay, we'll keep this because we have Dreams of Steel and Oil and then a Goblin as well. And they made us go first. Okay. If we're going first, I'm actually going to go with Infestation Sage so we can start Goblin as soon as possible. Okay, it looks like we're playing against Golgari. So I'll attack here and then get the Goblin in. For some reason, I didn't know that they made us go first. But since we're going first, we're just going to go for the aggro start here. Okay. Let's attack. And then I think I'll just do this plus Dreams of Steel and Oil. Deep Cavern Bat plus Sholdred. Okay, now they just don't have black mana. So I'll do the bat. These are gonna take a while. So we got 6 power in the board here, and then anytime they kill something, they lose 2 life. Okay, I think they just have really high casting cost spells, and then they kept a 2-lander. And I guess they made us go first because they didn't want a mulligan. And being on the play and mulliganing is just a bit awkward. Okay, and then I think we just have lethal here. Sorry, opponent. I feel for them because they didn't really get to play. And we didn't really get to battle against their strategy, so a non-game here, but you know, that happens in Magic. Sometimes you just get unlucky, and then sometimes, you know, your opponent gets lucky, so it happens. Alright, well, we'll go to the next round. Okay, round 3 here. Lucky us, we are on the play. But unlucky for us, we don't have a keepable hand here, so we'll mulligan this. Only 1 land. Okay, much better, but we don't have a turn 1 play. So I think I'll just put back the Sulphurous Springs, and then turn 2 Seer Slicer Goblin, and then turn 3 Forge just to get that online. Okay, so we'll start off with Restless Vents here. See what our opponent's playing. Looks like a blue-white deck, and maybe has some life gain aspects to it. Okay, so if this is a removal spell, I think it doesn't change what we're trying to do here, and we're still gonna Forge. Then they either deal with the Goblin or deal with the Forge, but both are pretty good threats to stick around. Okay, they're playing some sort of token strategy, and they had pretty much like a removal spell, I would say, against our Goblin. So we could have avoided that by not attacking with the Goblin. So let's get a Raid trigger here. And then we'll play our Raid card. And they either lose 3 life or discard a card. Looks like they're gonna discard the card. Oh, Time Stop. Oh, interesting. Quite the expensive spell here. Okay, well, we get to double spell this turn. They'll be taking 3. And then just in case, well, I guess if they have something like Sunfall in their deck, this does take care of our creatures. But we at least have the Forge going on. And it looks like they didn't want to discard there. Okay. So, they lose 2 life here. And we're attacking for 4. Plus 2 more. And then I think I'll just discard the Go for the Throat here. No, let's discard the Restless Vent. Okay. So we have a lethal attack with the Forge. And then we also have 2 damage here. Okay. And then Alicia means we get to get back a Goblin. Okay. So let's just attack with this. If they use their Anchorage, I'm okay with that. Because we have Go for the Throat. Okay, this could be a bounce spell. Okay, nothing. So, I think Lithomantic Barrage will be good against them, but I don't know if they're playing any creatures besides the Restless Anchorage, which means a sorcery spell won't be very good against them. They do have the Locker Room. So I don't know if they're a draw card deck and Shouldered will be good. We'll try it. We'll bring in more discard though, like Seeker's Volley. And then... I think Cerberus would actually be good here. So I have a feeling they're more control. So, as weird as this is, I'm actually going to take out our removal for now. And then just go for mid-range here. Well, I'll bring in one Dreams of Steel and Oil. Okay, game 2, but no keepable hand here. We only have one land. Okay, much better, and I guess I can put back a Sulphur Springs. Now, I don't have the Dreams of Steel and Oil just yet. I can curve out here first. Okay. So they do have creatures. We just didn't see much last game. And given that we drew the goblin, I will attack here. This gives us a token that easily attacks and triggers raid. And then we have Alicia to get back the Infestation Sage anyway. Okay, here comes Arona, which likely means we're not gonna really win the bottom, the ground game, I mean. So let's start with Dreams of Steel and Oil. Okay. Key to the Vault. And then we'll just play Vengeful Blood Witch, and we will attack with a Goblin here. Because Vengeful Blood Witch makes it so that it deals the damage. And then we replace it anyway. So they now have a counterspell available. But luckily we have a pretty good board. Okay. Let's attack here. Ah, okay. And because they're doing this, we get to resolve a spell here. Not bad, not bad. And I think I'll just go for the more mana efficient play here. We will get fodder for it in the form of the Goblin token. Okay, we'll end the turn here, get a Goblin, and now we've got Blood Witch plus Predator to continuously make some creatures here that drain them. Okay. Looks like they're gonna draw in this card. Ah, okay. What's this? Show our creatures greater than... So I guess we have to destroy... Let's make it indestructible. And if they pick one, they keep their stuff, but we lose our Goblin, but we still get it back with Alicia. Okay. Gonna go full here, but we're gonna get back Bloodthirster. Yeah, I think Vengeful Blood Witch or Infestation Sage is the better thing. Ooh, but a Forge though. Normally I'd play the Forge in this kind of scenario, but we need fodder for the Predator. And so I actually think it's gonna be the Infestation Sage here. So we have double triggers of the Predator in case they have double removal spell. Okay, well, we're gonna do the same thing here. Make this indestructible. Actually, I should have killed Alicia there, so that we have our token. That was a misplay by me. Well, we're attacking for 7 here, and then we'll take this out. So we misplay there by not keeping the Infestation Sage to die to the Expel the Interlopers here. But thankfully, we have lethal in multiple ways. We've got Restless Vents, Earbrass Forge, and the Predator. Okay, very nice. So a few mistakes there. I think I should have just taken a bit more time to think about that. That was just more of a reflex, but overall it worked out for us. So yeah, I'll see you round 4. Okay, so round 4 here. Let's see what we got. I think it's keepable. Would have loved to have a 1-drop. Okay, so against the red deck, I'm not sure if Cerberus is that good. I mean, it has 4 power, but it does die to Burst Lightning. Okay, so we'll do, I think, just the Cerberus. We're gonna be in the defensive here. And I should have played the Cliffs. So if this is something like Monstrous Rage, I guess I'll get the Hired Claw. It forces them to do something. Okay, it trades. Then here I can do. Oh, I should have played the Clips there. I can do like Blood Witch into Eaten Alive and gain a life. Tricky, tricky, tricky. And then they're left with the Bloods, with the Swift Spear. Or I can do this and then get it back. I think this will work. Sacrifice this. Targeting that. Will that work? Okay, looks like it works. But because I didn't play this earlier, we have a tap land coming in, and we can't double spell next turn. So that's on me. So it can't block, so we're still very much dead to a lot of things here. It looks like this is a possible burn variant. Plus a Monstrous Rage. That's a lot of damage. Oh, just a Boros Charm. Okay. And then we're probably super dead to anything here. Most likely, if they have a burn spell, we're dead regardless. So I'm gonna go for the double blockers here by playing Seer Slicer Goblin. But we are dead to anything. Okay, so we'll block here to trade and then block here. Okay, so we can Alicia to get back something else. We can play Blood Witch to get out of bolt range here. I'm not sure. I think Blood Witch is good, but also Alicia brings back a Cerberus. Not sure what to do here. I think Alicia offers the most blockers, and their burn spells come in the form of sometimes 3 to 4 damage, so getting a Blood Witch down isn't exactly what's needed here. So we'll double block. And that's game. Okay. Good game, good game. Going to game 2 here. I think Dreams of Steel and Oil can be good, but that's if they don't exhaust their threats. So I think Anoint with Affliction is good. The weaker cards in our deck are stuff like Forsaken Miner, but it does synergize well with a lot of other stuff. I think the Forge might not be the best against Mono Red unless we're the beatdown. And even when we're in the play, sometimes we're not the beatdown. So I'll put that away for now. And then I will probably bring in the Shouldreds. You know, it might not be as good as the Predator because the Predator's indestructible, but since we're in the play, on the off chance that this can gain us life, I think it's worth it. Okay, let's try this. Do I bring in Dreams of Steel and Oil? Not on the play, I don't think. I guess it's okay on the play. But I'd rather develop the board more. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, this one I think is a keep, and we'll be disciplined with our land drops here. We'll start off with the Cliffs. Into the Sage. If they play a Monastery Swiftspear, I think I will just go for the Throated. Yeah. Or any threat here. And then I'm not blocking a Emberheart Challenger, so I'm going to attack here. Okay, I will go for the throw that. So let's play our tap land here, and I'll go for the throat this. And then we can double spell next turn, but we'll be out of gas. Okay, here's some Monastery Swiftspear. And a Bolt Wave. Okay, so 5 damage coming in. And they didn't have a third land. Okay, Alicia is great, but we have nothing to bring back. So I think we'll just double spell. And then do I keep back Infestation Sage? I think I will. No, let's get in. Okay, I will block with the Cerberus here. This could be a Monstrous Rage. Okay, I think I should have held back the Sage then. Okay, well now I need to trigger Raid, so let's do that. Then I think it will be the Cerberus. So I'm not sure if they have another threat here, but that's something we should try and think about. Okay, they did have a slick shot. And it looks like they don't have anything for... Okay. So, I can attack with the Sage at least to get back the Blood Witch and then play... Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll attack with the Sage here. They'll probably just take it. But now we're gonna gum up the ground and get back a Vengeful Blood Witch. You could still very much die to Slick Shot getting Double Strike from... What do you call it? Okay. So we'll block here. And then block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll need Monstrous Rage. They can give it Double Strike. And then Shoulder It. I think we want to try and live. I think I will block with the Vengeful Witch here. Blood Witch. So, if they have Boros Charm, this does 3. So, any spell plus Boros Charm, any 1-mana spell plus Boros Charm kills us, I think. Okay, they did have a Boros Charm, but maybe not the 1-mana spell to go with it. Okay, now that I'm in the draw, I think stuff like Shouldered's not very good anymore. But let's see. Let me think about this. Perforating Artist is good because it has Death Touch. Alicia's good because it has Recursion. Immersion Predator is good because it has the skies covered. So I think that's better. And then I think we'll keep all our removal spells. The Seer Slicer Goblin is not that good against them, I don't think. It's just too low of a defensive card. And I'll bring in the Dreams of Steel and Oil. Okay, so let's see what we're working with here. Game 3, we got a turn 1 Dreams, turn 2 Blood Witch or Cerberus. And I think that's pretty good. So, we'll start off with Cliffs here. Oh, and good. They didn't start off with a threat, which means this can get their threat. Okay, very nice. And then turn 2, I think we do... Let's see, they got Bolt Wave into Lightning Helix. So I can also just play the Journal. Yeah, we'll do this so that if they play a threat next turn, we can play a creature plus Eat and Alive it. And if they use Lightning Helix on us, that's okay. Okay, so this could be a Bolt Wave. Okay, we at least have an Anoint with Affliction. And I think we're gonna just pass here. We got Anoint with Affliction for their threat. Okay, I'm happy to play this game here. We should note that they only have 1 white source right now. Okay, here comes the Hired Claw. Okay, and now they can't Lightning Helix. Do they just bolt wave us here? Okay. That makes sense. Okay, now they have their second white source. Okay, so we'll do Restless Events, play 2 creatures. Okay, so we've developed our board. They need to draw a threat here. Okay, but we have Eaten Alive for it. Burst Lightning. We drain them for 1, and then I'm just gonna take the 3 here. And then exile the Nemesis. Right? Yeah, so first let's do this. And then let's attack. I'll discard this Cliffs. Okay, Forsaken Miner's great, but we don't have the black for it. Because I want to Eaten Alive this, right? Or do I do this and draw a card? Okay, I'm only doing this because we are at a higher life total. Okay. Now I think we've got some stuff. We got Predator. This can Lightning Helix the Blood Witch. Oh, okay. So they're gonna go, let's see, down to 9, down to 6. Okay. They can Lightning Helix their own. Ah. And then they do 5 damage to us. And we can't gain life now. Okay, so we currently can't take any more damage. And we'll go with this. So we can't gain life. We'll play this. And since we can't gain life, I think I'm gonna do this. Hit them, trigger this, and remove anything. And then 4 damage here. We can also just draw a card. Do I draw a card or to save that next turn? I think I'd save it. So we lose to Lightning Helix plus any burn spell here. Okay. So this could be it. This could be a Bolt Wave. No. Okay, so we attack here for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Discarding a Fountain Port. And then we sack the Miner to draw a card. And then just double spell here. And then can be anyone's game here. If they draw an answer, we're dead. A burn spell, we're dead. If they don't, then we can kill them. Oh, we got there, so we got lucky. That could have been anyone's game. And it looks like they just drew the Inspiring Vantage there. This could be just another land as well. Dang. Okay. So one thing we could have done there was to kill the Screaming Nemesis earlier before they did Scorching Shot on it, so that we can't gain life. But we managed to pull through. Woo! Alright. Final boss. See you then. Okay, final boss here. We're on the play. Okay, this looks like a nice hand here. We got turn 2 removal into Forge. Alright, so we'll start off with the Cliffs. Turn 2, keep up, go for the throat. Okay. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll just go for the throat something here. And then I don't mind taking one here. See if they develop their board more. If they keep up a removal spell, it's not very good against Forge. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do Mountain into the Forge. And next turn, we have Alicia available or just another Forge. Okay, they're using their removal spells on us. That could be quite good for us. We're gonna go double Forge. And let's see if they have another threat here. It's possible. I think that, yeah, I think they had that last turn. They just wanted to keep up the Burst Lightning. Okay, so we are at a lower life total here, so we can play this defensively plus a Forsaken Miner. Okay, I think that's the safer play at least. Like, putting another Forge right here is good in terms of hoping to get them eventually in the future, but the problem is immediate, so we need things to deal with the Challenger ASAP. And given that Cerberus only has 2 toughness, it's not gonna be that great against this Trampler here. Oh yeah. Okay, well, we'll trade with this one and take 6 total. And there's nothing else we can really do here except get Alicia and the Cerberus back. And then I will play this out. So we are dead to so many things here. If we survive, we have 8, 10, 12. We have lethal. But I don't think we will. They've used how many Monsters Rage? 2. Okay. Okay, so if I take 3 down to 1, and then we have 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2, Restless Vents, and we draw a removal spell for this, I don't think I can block. Okay, we're down to 1. And then what do we do here? Do we Restless Vents, attack? They'll block the 4. Oh, nothing much we can do about this. Okay, we'll discard the Forge that we're not able to cast. Okay, so they're down to 1, but we die here because of the Screaming Nemesis. Yeah. So, quite close there. We'll see what we can do this game now. So, we'll bring in Dreams of Steel and Oil. I think they are less burn and more threat heavy, so Dreams of Steel and Oil will be quite good there. Forsaken Miner and Seer Slicer Goblin are the worst defensive cards we've got. So maybe we take those out. Like the Cerberus, even if it has 2 toughness, it does have 4 power. Okay, and then I'll bring in Sheoldred. Let's see what we can do here. We are in the play. Alright, game 3 here. Game 2, I mean. This is a curve out into Sheoldred. Okay, we'll try it out. Unlikely that our Blood Witch survives, though. Okay. I think we will play this. It will get Burst Lightninged. Oh, it didn't. But I was going to say, if we get to attack with it, we get a Perforating Artist. Okay, so no blocks here. And then we'll do We can do Infestation Sage plus go for the throat, but I think getting our 3/2 Death Toucher up is best. Then they can take 3 here or discard a card. Okay, here comes a Monastery Swift Spear. There goes a Lightning Strike. So if we draw an untapped land, that is a Sheoldred. We don't, so this is just going to be an Infestation Sage here. And I think I'll keep back the Blood Witch. We are in no position to get them down quickly. And then I will go for the throat. Any tramplers here? Oh my goodness. Never mind. So let's see if this is trample or double strike. Okay. If it's double strike, I'll block here. And then this is a lightning strike there. Okay. And then is it better to go for the Manifold Mouse or the Emberheart Challenger? If we go for the Emberheart Challenger, the Manifold Mouse is just going to target itself. So I think the Manifold Mouse is the more dangerous one here. And then we can either play the Predator or just get Sheoldred started. Okay, we'll just get Sheoldred started. And we won't attack here. So they can still kill Sheoldred if they like attack, have Monstrous Rage, or anything else really. Okay, another Manifold Mouse is scary here. Here's a Burst Lightning. Okay, I'll just block with this. This could be a Monstrous Rage. No Monstrous Rage. But we at least gain 2 life here. Okay, well, I think I attack. If I attack, they double block plus Burst Lightning. We at least get the Manifold Mouse. But this way, it puts pressure on their life total. They'd be down to 5, and we got a Immersion Predator here. Okay, if this is Monstrous Rage, which they haven't used yet, then we're not dead yet. Okay, yeah, so no Monstrous Rage there. Very nice. Okay, we navigated that quite nicely. So we are on the draw here, and they likely are going to bring in cards to deal with Sheoldred now. So I'm thinking a Braid can still get something here, and that's probably better than the Forge. Okay, we'll try this. Yeah, we need removal spells, and this one could be too slow. So this is actually going to be a mulligan. Despite the nice curve here into Sheoldred, we're just not doing anything turns 1 and 2. Okay, this is much better. We can keep this, and then I'll just put back an Infestation Sage. Okay, let's see how we do. Oh yeah, we definitely made the correct decision by mulliganing the first hand, because they're gonna go pretty hard on this Heartfire hero, I think. Oh yeah. So we're gonna anoint Affliction it. So we'll do this, and then pass. Target mouse goes. Okay, that's pretty good. And then this one does +1/+0. That's super scary. Okay, and then now we anoint. We'll take one here, and then Monstrous Rage. Very nice. Okay. So we can play Alicia to be mana efficient, but I think Go for the Throat's just better. Yeah. Okay, then I think we go for the Throat this now. They're gonna Rock Face Village this. Oh god. So, gonna be very difficult to come back from this, I think. We will double spell next turn, but yikes. Yeah, so in order for us to survive, we'll do this. And then just hope they get a bit unlucky with their draws here. They've used one Monstrous Rage. Yeah, and they're still at 20, so we're really on the back foot here. Oh, plus a Hired Claw. And then we'll block here. And it looks like another Monstrous Rage, so... Oh, okay. Just a Burst Lightning. So another land would be great here so we could double spell. We just won't have the raid trigger, unfortunately. Wouldn't mind a... Oh, double... Yeah, this is gonna be very difficult. I don't think we're gonna win this one. Like, if this is a removal spell, we're dead. If it's Monstrous Rage, we're dead. So we're just gonna play against the board here. This will get Double Strike and Trample, so very difficult for us. Okay, so we're at 7 here. This can double pump, so this will go here. And if I block here, we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 7. Yikes. Okay, well, next turn we'll have double Blood Witch. Okay, Perforating Artist is unfortunately not it. Right? Yeah, even if we get the double Vengeful Blood Witch back, they can just attack with their Hard Claws and we lose. So we'd have to sacrifice our Insect to just gain a life first. But we're just dead to everything else. Yikes. Good game. Good game. Nothing. We're not coming back from this. Alright, lost the final boss there. Alright, so 4-1, not too bad. I think the deck is better at the lower curve, so let me go back to the deck here. I think I like the deck being at the lower curve here. There's just a lot of great synergies that you've seen with Forsaken Miner. The Perforating Artist, I think, I'm not sure about this card yet. I feel like it can be good at some times. I really like that it has Death Touch. And on the play, I feel like it's very strong. And I think the Cerberus has its uses. I was surprised at how good it was defensively. So a lot of things that we've learned here. I think I'd cut one of them to just add like a cut down into this spot right here, or a anoint the affliction into this spot right here. But I think more likely cut down just to go against those aggressive red decks. But overall, really happy with the deck. Really like Dreams of Steel and Oil. Sheoldred has its places. And I think we didn't get the chance to use stuff like Seeker's Folly, but this is great against the Otters deck and the Mono White control deck. So overall, this has a pretty good game plan. I like all the synergies here, but it is far from optimized. So we definitely have to figure out how we can deal with early aggro strategies as well as the longer control games if we ever lose gas. But anyway, thank you so much for joining the journey here. Gonna keep continuing tuning this brew here and hopefully bring it to the ladder soon. I'm trying to get to Mythic first on the Timeless video, so stay tuned to that as well. And then we got the Pioneer Metagame Challenge coming up this weekend, so I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna take most likely our Legendary Humans deck into that one. So lots of fun to be had. Thank you guys. Really appreciate all the support and engagement. You guys are awesome. If you don't mind, drop a like, a comment, or a subscription if you feel so inclined. But nevertheless, just happy that you're here. Thank you so much. All right. I'll see you around next time. Have a great day.